What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You've seen the Cuba postcards, classic cars, beaches, cigars. But that's just the highlight reel. Today we're going behind the curtain, beyond the rum and revolution, to reveal the real, raw, and sometimes dark side of Cuba. This isn't your travel agent's Cuba. We're diving into 8 secrets most tourists never see, the truths that shape this island's complex character. Grab a drink. This is going to change how you see Cuba. Stick around, because each secret builds on the last. Let's get into it. First up, government surveillance. It's everywhere. The Committees for the Defense of the Revolution, CDRs, are on every block, reporting on who visits, what's said, and any hint of dissent. Your friendly neighbor might be an informant. For Cubans, this is daily life. You learn to watch your words, trust carefully, and live with a filter. Creativity and open debate? Stifled. As a tourist, you're mostly insulated, but you're still part of the system. Guides and locals often have to report back on interactions with foreigners. Real conversations happen in whispers, if at all. The privacy you take for granted is a luxury here. Every interaction is shaped by the knowledge that someone could be listening. The feeling of being watched is constant, and it changes everything. So when you're in Cuba, remember, the real story is often hidden in plain sight. That's secret number 1. Let's talk money. Cuba's dual currency system was wild. There was the Cuban peso, CUP for locals, and the convertible peso, CUC for tourists, worth 25 times more. A doctor might earn $30 a month, while a taxi driver could make that in a day. Tourists lived in a bubble, spending CUCs, while locals stretched cups to survive. In 2021, the currencies merged, but it only made things more chaotic. Now, US dollars and euros rule, and the black market sets the real rates. The divide is still there, just less official, more confusing. Prices can seem absurdly cheap or wildly expensive, depending on who you are. The money in your pocket has a different value than the money in the next person's. It's a financial maze designed to extract cash from tourists and keep locals struggling. The currency may have changed, but the inequality remains. When you pay for anything, you're navigating a system built on division. That's Cuba's economic secret. Internet in Cuba? It's a luxury, tightly controlled. For years, regular people had almost no access. Now it's slow, expensive, and censored. To get online, you buy a scratch-off card, find a Wi-Fi park, and join crowds huddled on benches. Privacy? Forget it. Mobile data is costly, and the government blocks independent news and social media during unrest. The state controls the flow of information, shaping how people see the world. Entrepreneurs, artists, and activists struggle to connect with the outside. For tourists, slow Wi-Fi is an inconvenience. For Cubans, it's a barrier to freedom. The digital curtain keeps Cubans in and the world out. That's the reality behind the screen. Imagine going to the store and finding nothing. No milk, eggs, or soap. That's daily life in Cuba. State-run stores use ration books for meager monthly supplies, never enough to get by. Queuing is a way of life. People wait hours, hoping for a rumor of chicken or oil to be true. The black market fills the gaps, but at a price. Tourists eat well at private restaurants, shielded from the shortages. Hotel staff might ask for your leftover shampoo. Basic goods are precious. Scarcity fuels stress, desperation, and a thriving underground economy. Every meal is a small victory, every product a treasure. The beautiful markets and guidebooks, often just for show. Scarcity is the backdrop to Cuban life. Freedom of speech? Not in Cuba. Criticizing the government is risky. Harassment, job loss, even prison are real threats. Laws against enemy propaganda and disrespect silence dissent. People self-censor, avoid politics, and watch what they post online. Artists and journalists walk a tightrope, using subtlety to avoid trouble. Independent voices are branded as traitors and harassed. The government controls the narrative, crushing alternative viewpoints. Silence isn't agreement, it's survival. Real conversations happen in whispers, far from prying ears. The vibrant Cuban spirit is forced underground. When you wonder why no one complains, remember, the risk is too high. That's the cost of speaking out. The black market is Cuba's real economy. Everyone participates, from grandmas to officials. If you can't get it officially, you get it unofficially. Food, medicine, car parts, Wi-Fi, you name it. Hustlers, or connect people to what they need. Sometimes even tourists. The government condemns it, but relies on it to keep the country running. Goods are siphoned from state enterprises and resold. As a tourist, you're part of this shadow economy, whether you know it or not. That lobster dinner? Probably black market. The classic car ride? Running on smuggled parts. The hustle is Cuba's open secret. Human rights abuses in Cuba aren't history. They're happening now. Political prisoners exist, despite government denial. People are jailed for protesting, blogging, or joining opposition groups. The July 2021 protests saw mass arrests and harsh sentences, even for teens. Activists face constant harassment, job loss, and house arrest. State security keeps a watchful, intimidating presence. It's psychological warfare, designed to break spirits and isolate dissenters. While tourists relax, brave Cubans pay a steep price for demanding freedom. The contrast is stark and impossible to ignore. This is Cuba's darkest secret. Poverty in Cuba is hidden behind colorful facades and lively music. Step away from tourist zones, and you'll see crumbling buildings and overcrowded homes. Many live in dangerous, decaying conditions. Basic infrastructure is unreliable. The government invests in luxury hotels for tourists, while citizens' housing falls apart. Elderly Cubans hustle to survive, their pensions worthless. The romantic decay is daily hardship for millions. The resilience of Cubans is inspiring, but their poverty shouldn't be romanticized. It's the result of failed policies and misplaced priorities. The tourist trail hides a world of have-nots. This is the reality behind the fantasy. That's the Cuba you won't see in travel vlogs. It's complicated, messy, and real. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe and join a community that values truth. I'm not saying don't visit Cuba. Just go with your eyes open. Every mojito, every classic car, every song is part of a bigger story. Knowing the dark secrets makes Cuba's beauty more profound. The real Cuba is beautiful and broken, joyful and tragic, open and oppressed. Understanding that is the first step to truly connecting with the island. Travel is about more than photos. It's about understanding. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.